Relationships amplify our successes, challenges, and growth, but they also expose us to influences that shape our thinking and decisions. Surrounding yourself with the right people can propel you forward, while negative or narrow-minded perspectives can hold you back. In the next chapter, The Seduction of Pessimism, we'll explore why pessimistic thinking can feel convincing, how it affects our choices, and how to guard against its subtle but powerful pull. The power of connection. No person is an island. The choices we make, the opportunities we seize, and the challenges we overcome are all influenced by the people around us. From family and friends to mentors, colleagues, and even casual acquaintances, our connections shape not just our social lives, but our financial and personal outcomes. Understanding the dynamics of these relationships is essential because success rarely happens in isolation. Consider the workplace. Collaboration is the engine behind innovation, problem solving, and growth. A lone genius may occasionally produce remarkable work, but sustained success almost always comes from teams, partnerships, and networks. The person who recognizes the value of others, invests in trust, and nurtures relationships consistently outperforms those who operate in isolation. Connections amplify skills, resources, and opportunities, creating results that no single individual could achieve alone. Financially, relationships are equally influential. Mentors can provide guidance that saves years of trial and error. Partners and collaborators can open doors to opportunities you could never access alone. Even social circles subtly shape spending habits, investment decisions, and career aspirations. Surrounding yourself with thoughtful, ambitious, and ethical people increases your chances of making decisions that align with long-term success, while toxic or short-sighted relationships can pull you toward mistakes and missed opportunities. The value of connection goes beyond tangible benefits. Emotional support, encouragement, and accountability are critical in sustaining motivation and discipline. Everyone encounters setbacks, doubts, and moments of indecision. Those who have strong relationships are more resilient because they can rely on others for advice, perspective, or simply reassurance. Emotional connections are not just comforting, they are strategic, serving as stabilizers that allow individuals to take risks and pursue growth without being overwhelmed by fear or isolation. Consider history and business examples. Entrepreneurs often pivot or scale successfully because they have advisors, partners, or collaborators who provide insight and perspective. Scientists and inventors frequently rely on peer review, discussion, and shared research. Even investors often benefit from networks that provide information, mentorship, or co-investment opportunities. These connections provide leverage that can be the difference between stagnation and breakthrough success. However, relationships are not inherently beneficial. Their value depends on quality, alignment, and mutual respect. Superficial or self-serving connections may appear helpful, but they can drain resources, attention, and energy. The key is selective investment, choosing to nurture relationships that are mutually enriching, aligned with your values, and supportive of long-term goals. In other words, not every connection is worth cultivating, but the right ones are invaluable. The you and me dynamic also extends to personal growth. Learning from others, observing different perspectives, and engaging in collaborative problem-solving enhances your understanding and broadens your worldview. It challenges assumptions, inspires creativity, and helps anticipate blind spots. No matter how skilled or intelligent you are, the input and insight of others accelerate progress and reduce avoidable mistakes. Even in everyday life, small connections matter. Simple gestures of kindness, reciprocity, or networking can create opportunities years down the line. A mentor who remembers you, a colleague who trusts you, or a friend who supports your endeavor can open doors you never imagined. The returns on investing in relationships are often delayed, intangible, and underestimated. But over time, they compound in ways that significantly impact your personal and financial trajectory. The takeaway is clear. Relationships are not just social niceties. They are essential engines of growth, resilience, and opportunity. Your ability to connect, collaborate, and cultivate meaningful relationships directly influences how far you can go, how quickly you can adapt, and how effectively you can navigate challenges. Ignoring the you and me factor leaves potential on the table, while embracing it amplifies success far beyond what you could achieve alone. Ultimately, the most successful people recognize that every achievement, every advantage, and every milestone is built not just on individual effort, but on a network of support, collaboration, and trust. You and me together are exponentially more powerful than either alone. Understanding and investing in these dynamics is not optional. It is fundamental to building a life of purpose, wealth, and lasting impact. Trust, reciprocity, and mutual benefit. Relationships are not just about being around people. They are about building trust, reciprocity, and mutual benefit. The most effective partnerships, whether in business, friendship, or family, operate on these principles. Trust allows people to rely on one another without constant supervision. Reciprocity ensures balance and fairness. And mutual benefit guarantees that each party gains value from the connection. These elements transform casual interactions into powerful networks that create opportunities and amplify success. Trust is the cornerstone. Without it, collaboration falters. Projects fail, partnerships dissolve, and communication breaks down. Building trust takes time, consistency, and integrity. It means showing up when you say you will, delivering on promises, and acting ethically even when no one is watching. Trust is a currency that compounds over time. The more people trust you, the more willing they are to offer help, share insights, and include you in opportunities that may never be publicly advertised. Reciprocity reinforces trust and strengthens relationships. When you give support, knowledge, or resources, you create a natural expectation of exchange, though not necessarily immediately or directly. Reciprocity is subtle. It could be mentoring someone today and benefiting from their insights years later, or offering guidance on a project and later receiving support in a completely different arena. Relationships structured around reciprocity sustain themselves, creating networks where help flows freely and strategically, and opportunities multiply. Mutual benefit is equally important. Relationships flourish when both parties gain tangible or intangible value. One-sided relationships breed frustration and burnout. In contrast, mutually beneficial connections create loyalty, engagement, and commitment. For example, a business partnership succeeds when both parties contribute skills and share rewards. A friendship thrives when both invest time and emotional support. Even casual acquaintances can evolve into valuable networks when both sides see meaningful exchange. The dynamics of you and me extend to career and financial decisions. Mentors, advisors, and collaborators often provide leverage beyond what you could achieve alone. A mentor may offer insight into pitfalls to avoid, saving years of trial and error. A colleague or business partner can bring complementary skills, opening doors you cannot unlock alone. Strategic networking multiplies your influence and resources, creating opportunities that compound over time. Recognizing and nurturing these relationships is a critical skill in both personal growth and wealth building. Collaboration also enhances problem solving. Diverse perspectives reduce blind spots, spark creativity, and generate solutions that a single individual may never discover. Teams built on trust, reciprocity, and mutual benefit outperform isolated individuals consistently, whether in business, academia, or community projects. The collective intelligence of a well-functioning network exceeds the sum of its parts, illustrating why relationships are central to success. Even in everyday decisions, the principle applies. Small acts of reliability, courtesy, and support accumulate into reputation, influence, and goodwill. These invisible assets often determine how quickly you recover from setbacks, gain promotions, or access new opportunities. People prefer to work with, invest in, and support those who have a track record of trustworthiness and mutual benefit. Over time, this creates exponential returns that far outweigh individual effort alone. It's also essential to recognize the cost of neglecting relationships. Ignoring trust, failing to reciprocate, or prioritizing short-term self-interest can erode networks, limit opportunities, and isolate you. Social capital, the goodwill, connections, and influence built over years, can vanish quickly if not maintained. Relationships are living systems. They require attention, investment, and adaptation. Ultimately, the you and me principle highlights that success is rarely a solo endeavor. Trust, reciprocity, and mutual benefit are not optional. They are the infrastructure that supports meaningful achievement. By actively investing in these dynamics, you enhance your resilience, extend your reach, and amplify your ability to thrive in both personal and financial domains. No one succeeds alone, and the people around you are your most valuable leverage when nurtured thoughtfully. The takeaway is clear. Relationships are power, but only relationships built on trust, reciprocity, and mutual benefit generate lasting value. Understanding this transforms the way you interact with others, prioritize your time, and make decisions, creating networks that support and accelerate your growth far beyond what individual effort can achieve. Leveraging relationships for growth beyond trust and reciprocity, the true power of relationships lies in how they can be leveraged to amplify growth, opportunity, and impact. Leveraging relationships doesn't mean exploiting people. It means understanding and cultivating mutually beneficial connections that help both parties achieve more than they could alone. Recognizing the potential in every connection and nurturing it thoughtfully is a cornerstone of long-term success. Consider mentorship. A mentor provides guidance, insight, and often access to opportunities that would be otherwise unreachable. The investment you make in building a strong mentor-mentee relationship through respect, diligence, and communication can yield knowledge, skills, and networks that accelerate your growth exponentially. The mentor benefits as well, seeing their experience and knowledge applied meaningfully, creating a cycle of value that reinforces the relationship. Partnerships amplify this effect. Business partners, collaborators, and co-creators bring complementary skills, diverse perspectives, and additional resources. By combining strengths, partners can tackle challenges and seize opportunities that would be insurmountable alone. These relationships require clarity, communication, and alignment of values. When done right, they multiply the potential of everyone involved, transforming individual effort into collective success. Even casual connections can be leveraged strategically. Networking is not about superficial accumulation of contacts. It's about forming meaningful relationships where mutual benefit exists. A single conversation at the right time, with the right person, can open doors years later. The key is consistency, investing in relationships over time, maintaining contact, offering value, and being authentic. These seemingly small investments compound into significant influence and opportunity over a lifetime. The principle extends to learning and personal growth. Surrounding yourself with people who challenge your assumptions, inspire your best work, or provide critical feedback accelerates development. Peer groups, mastermind circles, or simply thoughtful friends can help you see blind spots, refine ideas, and develop new skills faster than working in isolation. In this sense, your network is not just a resource. It is a multiplier for your personal and professional growth. Financial outcomes are also influenced heavily by relationships. Investors with strong networks gain access to opportunities that are unavailable to the general public. Entrepreneurs with trusted advisors navigate pitfalls more efficiently. Even career advancement often depends on recommendations, reputation, and the goodwill you've cultivated over years. These advantages are rarely tangible, yet their impact on long-term success is profound. Leveraging relationships requires balance. It's crucial to ensure that the benefits flow both ways. Exploiting connections erodes trust and destroys long-term value. Successful individuals approach every relationship with the mindset of contribution first. They ask, how can I provide value to this person or network? This approach builds goodwill, reciprocity, and loyalty, making it easier to seek support when needed. Another important aspect is diversity. Leveraging relationships effectively often means connecting with people outside your immediate circle or comfort zone. Diverse perspectives, experiences, and skills enrich problem solving, spark creativity, and create opportunities that would not arise within a homogeneous network. Those who actively cultivate diversity in relationships gain a competitive edge in both personal and professional arenas. Finally, leveraging relationships is not limited to professional growth or financial outcomes. Emotional support, mentorship, and social connection also improve well-being, resilience, and confidence. Relationships provide a buffer against stress, encouragement during setbacks, and motivation to pursue ambitious goals. By investing in people who inspire, challenge, and support you, you create a system that fosters continuous growth and stability. The takeaway is clear. Relationships are not just for social satisfaction, they are strategic assets. When approached thoughtfully, built on trust, reciprocity, and mutual benefit, and leveraged responsibly, they amplify your potential far beyond what individual effort alone can achieve. You and me together create leverage, growth, and opportunity that would be impossible in isolation, making relationships one of the most powerful drivers of success and fulfillment in life. Building lasting networks. The ultimate power of you and me lies in the networks we build and sustain over time. Relationships are not static. They are living systems that require attention, care, and adaptation. When nurtured thoughtfully, these networks become engines of opportunity, support, and influence, providing advantages that extend far beyond what one person could achieve alone. A lasting network is built on consistency. Regular communication, follow-ups, and acts of support reinforce bonds. People remember those who show genuine interest, offer help without expectation, and maintain reliability over time. These small, repeated actions accumulate into social capital, the goodwill, trust, and reputation that serve as leverage in both personal and professional contexts. Unlike money, social capital grows when invested wisely, compounding silently yet powerfully over years. Diversity is another cornerstone. Networks that span industries, cultures, experiences, and perspectives provide broader access to opportunities and insights. A diverse network exposes you to ideas, approaches, and challenges that expand your thinking and improve decision-making. In contrast, a homogeneous circle may feel comfortable but limits growth. To thrive, seek relationships that challenge you, inspire you, and expand your worldview. Reciprocity remains essential. The strongest networks are built on mutual benefit, where each party contributes and gains in meaningful ways. This doesn't mean keeping score obsessively. It means cultivating balance, offering support freely, and trusting that value will flow back naturally over time. Relationships built solely on self-interest are fragile, while those based on genuine exchange endure. Mentorship and guidance play a critical role. Having mentors provides access to experience, wisdom, and perspective that would otherwise take years to acquire. Conversely, mentoring others strengthens your understanding, builds leadership skills, and expands your network. In both directions, these relationships enhance capability, insight, and influence, creating a virtuous cycle that benefits everyone involved. Even casual relationships matter. Colleagues, acquaintances, or community connections can unexpectedly open doors or provide insight at pivotal moments. These connections, when nurtured respectfully, become part of a wider ecosystem that supports growth and opportunity. Networking is not merely transactional, it is relational. Investing in people rather than extracting value immediately produces returns that often surprise and endure. Trust is the backbone of any lasting network. Reputation, integrity, and reliability are the currencies of connection. When people trust you, they are more willing to share opportunities, collaborate, and advocate on your behalf. Conversely, a single breach of trust can damage relationships irreparably, erasing years of investment. Protecting and honoring trust ensures the longevity and strength of your network. A final principle is alignment with values. Relationships thrive when shared values, goals, and priorities exist. While diversity enriches perspective, A foundation of compatibility ensures cohesion, respect, and enduring collaboration. Investing in relationships that align with your long-term vision increases the likelihood of mutually reinforcing success, reducing friction, and enhancing satisfaction. The payoff of a strong network is multidimensional. Professionally, it accelerates career advancement, provides access to resources, and opens doors that would otherwise remain closed. Personally, it provides emotional support, guidance, and accountability, helping you navigate life's challenges with resilience and confidence. Financially, networks facilitate partnerships, mentorship, and knowledge that compound into long-term advantage. In the end, you and me is more than a phrase. It is a principle. Success, growth, and fulfillment are rarely individual achievements. They are the product of trust, reciprocity, shared effort, and long-term investment in relationships. By understanding the power of connections, cultivating them thoughtfully, and leveraging them responsibly, you create a network that multiplies opportunity, resilience, and impact far beyond what you could achieve alone. The key takeaway is simple. The people around you shape your life more than you may realize. Nurture, invest, and align with those who share your values and vision, and your network will become one of your greatest assets, an enduring engine for success, fulfillment, and influence. In the world of you and me, growth is exponential, opportunities multiply, and success is shared, not solitary. No one achieves success in isolation. Our relationships with family, friends, colleagues, and mentors shape our decisions, opportunities, and even our mindset. In this chapter, you and me, we'll uncover how collaboration, trust, and mutual support influence both personal and financial growth, and why understanding the dynamics between you and me is essential for a life of purpose and success.